Hello and welcome to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the third installment in the revised Tomb Raider series. And ahead of a review for the game, I thought it would be fun to do a little gameplay video just to give you some idea of how the game runs in real time. And what you'll notice, straight away, if you're familiar with the last two entries in the series, which were Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, is that the graphics are the best of the trilogy. Taking a look at Lara herself, the animation, the character animation and her facial animation are absolutely fantastic. And as you might have figured out, she has crash landed in a jungle. But just look at that. Look at the way that is presented. The graphics stand up even now. The mist, which are particle effects, the way that the detailing in the foliage, the trees, and the sound. And look at the little fireflies. The water effects, well, probably not the best we've ever seen, but this is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead with the story. She has this kind of Batman ability where she can highlight objects. As you can see, those golden objects in the distance, and I can't quite remember the game because I only played it twice. Once when it was first released, a little bit after that. Got these gibbons. I guess they're gibbons, some kind of monkey. Because as with the other two entries, it's going to be important to keep collecting resources.
Could be useful.
Wood for arrows, things for medicine. These are all things we've been... players who've played the other two games will already be accustomed to. So in terms of the basics of the gameplay, there isn't that much deviation. I'll go into that more in the review.
I'll keep this for later. Jonah!
There's that trademark exposition. I say trademark, but it's a feature.
Hello? Anyone?
In all of the Tomb Raiders, really, that you will hear Lara's thoughts spoken out loud. Especially when you're doing specific actions.
Where are they? I have to find them.
Oh, and dangerously close to emphasizing have too much. It's not only I've noticed that not only in Tomb Raider, but I have noticed that in other games where there seems to be an idea that if you have a sentence like, I have to go here, I have to go here. Well, you can put the emphasis on that sentence for dramatic effect in different ways. You can just say, I have to go. Right? You could put it on the go, I have to go here, emphasize to here. But in more than one game, it's the verb, the have, that they keep emphasizing. And you can get away with that once or twice, but if you keep doing it consistently, for me, it becomes very annoying. I have to go. And it's like, well, okay, we know you have to go. You don't have to scream it at us in that way.
Someone's over there. I have to get to them.
Right, so it looks like we weren't the only ones to survive the crash. Now look how pretty this game is. It is extremely beautiful. And dangerous. Apparently we're in Peru. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Want that? Oh, that was gonna hurt. You can imagine doing a jump like that onto a ledge like that. Absolutely.
Howlers.
Damn it, you know, really hurting your chest. Howlers, yes. That's what they, or gibbons, I would imagine. I don't know if they are just called howlers. Now, you got to be careful with primates. I would be really, really hesitant here. Because I'm sure, as most of you are aware, even chimpanzees seem friendly and harmless enough, but they're not. They're extremely violent, and they can be they can be. Ugh. Looks like we've found our first campsite, and of course it's at campsites that we get a chance to.
Someone must be around. Hello? Jonah? Miguel?
Do things like
Where are you?
oh, I haven't got the right equipment. Okay. Here's a campsite. So again, another very familiar feature of all of the Tomb Raider or all the Tomb Raider games in this trilogy is the campsite, where we usually get some exposition from Lara, and then
I should have listened to Jonah.
I can use skills. Now we'll be able to get to see.
I hope no one else was hurt. No other village destroyed.
So the filled-in ones are the ones I've got.
Before it's too late.
Let me just have a look. So what do we got here? Unlocks weapon upgrade level. Oh, so even the filled-in ones we don't necessarily have. Perform a stealth kill takedown without alerting nearby enemies. That one would be useful. Oh, if they are white against the background, increases burst capacity when swimming underwater. That would be useful, but I've got to man-made crafting resources. If an Arctic monolith's treasure chest while using survival instinct. That one. To hide that. Challenge objects is useful, but not at the moment. What else have we got? Yeah, automatically loot. Take down. Never slip, or no damage from heights. Useful. Okay. What else can we do? We've got nothing, nothing, nothing. Right. There's another turning here, so I'm going to go down here and have a look. Handkerchief. Well, I don't know. Unless it's very, very old and exquisitely made. I'm not sure I'd be that interested in taking one in the middle of a jungle, to be honest, but there you go.
Part of the plane landed here. My gear is in that cargo. I'll need to cut it down. I'll need a tool to open that.
How are we going to get the tool? So this is...
Might be a sharp piece of scrap in that section of the wreck.
So I'm going to be climbing here. And again, as with the other two, the previous entries, there are special... how can we put this? Things to do in the environment. There are kind of... So, for example, it could be collecting eggs from... here, this might be a challenge, as they call them. Collect 5 plants from the canopy. There you are, you see. So now I've got 2 of those. Oh, missed it. That was stupid. Can you climb up this one? Come on. Yeah. So we'd have to go back. I've also seen something else up there, but I want to get the plants from the canopy, because if you do that, then you get more experience, and the more experience you get, more skill points help you along your journey. Right. There we go. Now we can go back the way we came, because I saw a ledge up there. I can't remember much of this game at all. And that's not a reflection of the game, it's a reflection of how many games I've played since. I do remember that I enjoyed it, a lot of it, but I do have reservations about some of the things within it in terms of story. And what I can remember is that when I played it the first time, although I really enjoyed it and appreciated the, you know, the improvement of the graphics and everything, I did feel that it was different. It felt different from the other 2 entries, and I, again, will try and touch upon that more in the review, or at least say something about that and reasons why.
I'll need a tool to open that.
Okay, she's going to need a tool. Will you need a tool for this? No. So we're trying to get to there. It should be easy enough. Hold on.
Damn it.
We didn't get it. Now we're going to have to go for a dive. So let's collect as much as we can from here first. Make sure we don't run out of breath. Come on. Oh, what is it with these moray eels? Have it. That's so vicious. Oh, that was close. Right. It's oh, you can go quicker by pressing L3. I remember that. Okay. So she's armed with her knife now, which is the first piece of kit she needs, and because she's got that, she can now grab things. This salvage, again, familiar to those familiar. a familiar thing if you've played the other things, that you collect salvage, and it helps with getting weapons or weapon upgrades, I think. Upgrading the weapons at the camps. Right, what else can we do? Oh, of course, we can cut this.
Good, but it's dull. I need to find something to sharpen it.
Oh, good grief, really? Oh, I have to go back to the base camp now to sharpen the knife. Well, okay. So we'll do that. Oh, just need one more of those. And I will have bonus. And I think they're ahead of me. So if you see that kind of sack that's hanging there, more or less center screen. I'll put it in center screen now. I think that's another of the achievements. So go back, get the knife sharpened. Bum bum bum. We can go to inventory. And there we go. Craft. Bueno. That's actually
That should be sharp enough.
a pretty good knife. Pretty good improvised knife, that. And she's got a little holster for it already. I don't know where she got the holster from, but there you go. We're not going to quiz too much. So I think actually at that point I'm just going to leave it here. As she continues her adventures, she's going to need to retrieve her equipment, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. It's got a lot to offer, and it is highly enjoyable. And as I said, I will talk more about that in the forthcoming review. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching and listening. Take care.